In no way, shape, form, or fashion am I making this video to be talking down on people whose father left them, whose dad left them, right? In no way, shape, form, or fashion am I here to talk about people whose father left them in a way where there's no hope for them. That, oh man, just because you grew up without a dad or a fatherly figure in your life, you're doomed. There's no way out for you out of this one. But also in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I making this video to hold those people's hands and sing Kumbaya with them, right? You guys know me. I don't empathize or sympathize with people. I'm here to give you guys hard, cold truth. Doesn't matter about what it is, and I keep it absolutely 100% raw. Like even my video edits, I don't even edit my videos. You guys see this. I have not edited a single video in my channel, and I have over 400 videos. There's not a single video that I've edited. It's literally press the button from start to finish with one take. So this is not a therapy session. Well, me giving you guys the raw, uncut, cold truth is inevitably therapy for a lot of guys out there. Mainly for guys. Why? Because men are more realistic than women. So we don't live in this fairy tale bullshit ass world that women do. So we need to know the truth. The reason why we ended up in that blue pill simp world in the first place is because there was nobody in our life to give us that truth. The chances were higher if our father was in our life, or if our dad was in our life to give us that truth. But nowadays, even fathers are turning out to be simps and blue pill cucks. So even a father being in your life doesn't really help nowadays that much anymore. Those manly days are gone. And that's why I'm making this video, is because most likely you did not know how to approach a woman. You did not know what things you need to be doing to attract women. And that's why you got rejected from a very early age. Men start getting rejected from a very early age, which is why men become way more realistic than women way quicker. Fellas, even if as a car salesman or any kind of other salesman type of a job, because that's what pitching game to a woman really is. You're a salesman, right? Or gaming women inevitably. But now if you have a Porsche to sell, or a Lamborghini or a Ferrari to sell, you don't have to do that much work. You still have to do some sort of work. You don't have to do that much work. She's still going to come to your lot. If she can afford it, by the way. What does that mean? That means you need to look out for her values too. But if you don't even possess those values like a Lamborghini salesman would have, you don't have a Lamborghini in your car lot, you have a Honda Civic, then yeah, you're going to be doing a whole lot more work. So yeah, inevitably, that's what pitching game really is. It's a car salesman job. So even as a car salesman, you'll notice this, that you get rejected a lot more than any other occupation out there. So you become a lot more realistic. Car salesmen are very realistic people. I've met a few of them. A few of my friends' fathers were very successful car salesmen. And they have to be cutthroat. They have to have logic and reason in their life all the damn time. There's not really any time for emotion and playing dollhouse games with each other, right? Playing Barbie doll games. Same thing with surgeons, by the way. Anyways, I'm going on a different tangent. But fellas, I'll be the first one to admit, I myself am a bastard, right? I've told you guys this plenty of times before in my other videos. My father left me when I was around 1 or 2 years old, very, very young. And inevitably, that's why I was raised by a single mother. And inevitably, that's why I ended up being a simp. I lived in a blue pill world. Now, I don't like using the terms alpha male, beta male, and this, that, and the other as much as some of these other red pill content creators do. Why? Because my main focus on my channel is to give you the truth, is to make you take the red pill. Or, well, to guide you to take the red pill. I can't make you take or do anything. You can only guide a horse to the water. You can't make it drink it. So That's my main focus in my channel, is truth and lies. That's it. Real and fake. That's my main focus. That's why I always say that I don't give a shit what you do after you taking the red pill, after you waking up to the truth, as long as you know the truth. See, I have accepted it. As long as you know it and you accept it. As long as you're not in the denial stage anymore. I have accepted this truth, obviously, before I started making YouTube content, that I probably will never be happy and content with myself in my entire life. I never will be, because in my financial side, I have always had this drive in me, and I've noticed this myself. I know myself now better than I did. I've always noticed this, that within myself, I never had this satisfaction that, oh man, I made 100 grand this year, or I made, let's even dumb it down a lot more than that. Let's just say I made 5 grand this year, right? Why didn't I make 10 grand? Why didn't I make 15 grand? I've always noticed this trait in me. I have always wanted the bigger, better, faster, prettier deal. Always. I have never been able to be content. And that was me in my blue pill days. What do you think is happening to me now, fellas, that I'm red pilled? It's that trait is on steroids now. I want to be a billionaire. And I know until I can reach that, I will never be content with my finances. And I feel like even when I do reach that, I still won't be content. Let's talk about women. When I was in my blue pill days, yes, I would have been content if I had one good woman in my life. Now, no. Why? It's because I know women now. I actually know them, and I know what they're capable of doing. So I can never trust a woman ever again. I don't even trust my own mother, to be honest, anymore. I really don't. Not a single family member do I trust 100% anymore. The people who raised me after my dad left me, who could have thrown me out on the streets, but didn't. I don't even trust those people. My trust issues are that bad now. But do I act upon it? No. I still stay calm, collective, stoic with people around me. But deep down I know, hey, everybody's out here looking out for their best interests. My mom is trying to manipulate me into giving her money. That's not my job to take care of my mother. That's not my responsibility, first of all. It's not a child's responsibility to take care of its parents. It's the parent's responsibility to take care of the child. Why? Because it was the parent's decision to bring that child into the world, not the child's decision to bring the parents into the world. But I love my mother, and she's going through some hard time, so I will take care of her. But it's not my responsibility. I'm doing it because I love her. I'm doing it because I want to do it. There's a difference between those two. And this video also goes for ladies out there too. You know, if you've grown up without a father, sure, you can take my advice. Mainly, I don't make videos for women. Why? Because this is a men's improvement channel. And why? Because I know that if I make videos giving advice to women, most women won't even take it. If you're over the age of 30, 40, 45 as a woman and you're trying to take my advice, stop. Don't even try anymore. It's too late for you. The boat has already shipped. But if you're over 30, 40-year-old man, oh yeah, you still got plenty of time to improve your life, to change your life around. Why? Because women has value based on their purity, their youth, their beauty. All three of those has left you already. Men's value is valued by our success, riches, resources, which can be acquired at any point in our life, even if we're 80. That's the advantage we have over women. But anyways, fellas, these are stuff that you guys already know if you've been following me for a while. But the main point is, and I apologize, I know I've been rambling for 9 damn minutes long so far without even getting to the main point. But the main point is, I don't give a shit what your background is, what your ethnicity is, what your skin color is, what your what is. Anything, right? As a man, if you want it, whatever it is that you want to break from in your life, you'll be able to do it. But for that, you need guidance. Yes, we can withstand more pressure than women. But men and women can both go to shit without proper guidance. And ladies, the other reason that I usually don't give women advice is because I don't have a whole lot of patience for women's bullshit. Why? Because you're not a virgin. You have already lost the number one thing I value. Then why the hell would I be wasting my time trying to give you advice? Is it fair? Hell no, it's not fair. But that's what nature is. Nature isn't fair to us. So if you really want good advice who also sympathizes with you, I'm not the right guy for you. I'll give you proper, solid advice to change your life around, ladies, but I'm not gonna be here to sympathize with you. And my advice is very, very, very basic for women. Don't be a slut. Don't cheat on your man. Learn how to cook, clean, and suck your man off dry. Drain his balls. Be submissive to him. Serve him. That word right there, serve him, triggers 99% of the women. What the hell is he talking about? Is he talking about serve a man? Man, please. I don't need no nigga in my life. Well, that's your problem, ladies. Anyway, so as I was saying, I don't care where you came from, because each and every single one of you have it in you to change your life around. You know, I'll never forget this. When I was in 5th or 6th grade, one of my grammar professors or grammar teachers told my mother this, because I was a very, very, very problematic child. I was a very hard-headed kid. I was a troublemaker. I was always causing trouble. My mom would always go to the principal's office and say, "Oh, what did he do this time? This, it, and the other." Right? No, I mean, not much has changed since then. But this one time, my grammar teacher talked to my mother because I got into trouble in his class. I don't remember what I did, but I probably pissed him off or something. And my mom finally broke it down to him that, "Sir, he grew up without a father. That's why he doesn't have the proper guidance. That's why, as a mother, it's really hard for me to teach him on what to do and what not to do." And that's when my teacher told my mother that there's two outcomes that usually happens with kids like that who come from broken family, because bastards are really coming from broken family. The family's broken. Mother and father split. Is that either A, their life go to complete shit, like you just can't come back from that. You go to the complete worst of the worst, or B, you end up in the complete best of the best position that you could have ever asked for. And man, that saying is still stuck with me to this day, and I really, really, really wish I could go back and talk to him now. I don't know where he's at now, and show him the achievements I was able to get in my life so far. It's life-changing, some of this advice that you get from some people. And that's what you need to hold on to as a bastard. Because the world already don't give a shit about you. On top of that, when the world figures out that your father left you, they look at you with a side eye. They look at you that you have some sort of defect. You don't have any kind of defect. You're just another normal human person who wasn't raised right. That's the only thing. Now, is that an excuse for your misbehaviors now? Absolutely not. And that's when you yourself need to tell yourself, man, I can do better. I need to do better. What the hell am I doing with my life? That's when the desire to do better has to come from you first. Without that desire, without wanting it bad, no amount of advice or preaching or words will help you. But I promise you that just because some asshole, be it man or women, because a lot of guys are raising their kids out there because the mom left the kid and the dad. Shout out to those brothers as well if you're a single father. Because some asshole left you. You didn't have any hand over it, right? But as I said, as you're growing up and seeing, like, when you're in middle school, you probably don't even understand what the hell you want out of life. But as you're growing up and you're seeing, man, all my friends have cute girlfriends. They have their parents look like they're stable and at the house. They're buying their kids, my friends, new car, new phone, new clothes. and I'm walking around wearing Goodwill Savers clothes. I mean, me, myself, personally, I grew up wearing clothes from Goodwill and Savers because my mother couldn't afford to give me good clothes. I didn't have a cell phone until I was, in high school, I think. Sophomore or junior in high school. And even that was my first phone, and that was a flip phone or a slide phone that my aunt used for 10 years, and she gave me that to use it. It was a piece of absolute shit. So I grew up from the struggles, fellas. I grew up pretty much from the streets. And now I'm an aerospace engineer. So I can speak both sides. I can speak the side of your professional sides, of white collar people. I can speak at their level to them, and I understand what they're saying. I understand their lingo, and I can also understand the hood lingo, because that's where I grew up in. The streets lingo, the mentality of street people. At least I guess that's an advantage that I have that a lot of people don't. But anyways, so yeah, man, it's unfortunate that happened to you. But as I was saying, that you might see this, that your friends are living this best life, that you might think that that's the best life, right? It's not. But let's just say, as a 15, 16-year-old kid, you think that's what life is supposed to be. But you're seeing that your life is not like that. That's what I saw growing up, that, man, all my friends are having all these girls around them. They're throwing parties and their big mansions that their parents own, obviously. And I'm living in a studio apartment with my mother. 1-bedroom studio apartment with my mother. I'm not getting any of that. That's when I started asking myself, why? What can I do to make it better? And I shit you guys not. When I was 17, I first realized that, man, I have to be the one to look out for my own self, to look out for my own finances, because my mother can't support me. Nobody in my family can support me. Because up till that point, I believed that it was the family's job to support each other. No, it's your job. So that want, that desire, that moment, that clicking moment, you know what, holy shit, I want to live that lifestyle, but nobody's out here doing it for me. Nobody's out here giving me a handout. Nobody's out here helping me out. So what do I do? That clicking moment right there, that light bulb moment going off in your head, that's the moment I'm talking about. That moment has to come from within yourself. If that doesn't come from within yourself, I can't help you. Nobody can. But if that comes in, and I know for a fact that a lot of kids who grew up without their father had that moment one point or another, or if not multiple times in their life so far, but they just didn't know how to answer that question, that what do I do? So I know you've had that moment, but if you have that moment, you're already in the right path. And if you by any chance are watching this video as a kid from a broken house, broken home, just know that it's gonna get better. And I'm not just saying it frivolously because, oh, it sounds good. No, it's gonna get better if, I didn't finish my sentence yet, right? If you do the work. Again, absolutely generic advice. I know. You guys thought it was going to be something special for those people. No, nobody's special in my eyes until you earn that from me. So it's going to get better if you just put the work in. There's no way around it. As a man, we have to put the work in. And it's going to get better if you're a lady, if you're a chick watching this video and you have daddy issues. It's going to get better if you take my advice earlier that I gave you. Stop being a slut, etc., etc. Don't be so easy to open up your legs after you start dating a guy. Try to understand what his motives are, that why he's dating you. Because a lot of guys, I'm like that myself too. I was a lot more than I am now. A lot of guys would sell a girl a dream, fuck her, and then leave. And keep watching my videos, other Red Pill content creators' videos, and take the Red Pill, ladies. You need to take the Red Pill too. And then before you know, you'll know why guys do what they do. Then you'll be able to compare and make better judgment. Because a lot of you ladies out there are shitty decision makers when it comes to picking the right guy for you. You guys are horrible, absolutely garbage at it. You go for the hot guy who gives you the butterfly tingles. Those are the number one type of guys who you need to stay away from. That's my advice for you. It's very simple, the advice I give ladies, and it's very simple, the advice I give men too. Do the hard work, put the work in. Nobody's out here watching your back. You have to watch it yourself. Dark days are coming for us, men. If you're a bastard or not, dark days are coming for you. Man, men, we have to put the work in regardless, even if we come from a family where our father and mother wasn't separated. We have no way around it. And if you're somebody who came from that broken family, your situation is 10 times worse, because most likely you live in a toxic family environment, and as soon as you start leveling up, or as soon as you even think about leveling up, there's going to be a lot of people trying to bring you down, but you have to overlook them. You don't need to burn any bridges. You don't need to say anything mean to them, break the relationship with them, but just keep a smile on your face, keep moving forward, and tell them, you know what, I do want to be a doctor, I do want to be an engineer, I do want to be a lawyer, I do want to work in the oil field, make a bunch of fucking money and invest it, be a real estate mogul. No, I don't want to stay in the streets. That's okay. And if you start getting some sort of results out of your life, get out of that neighborhood. Run. Go somewhere better. Okay? Because broken family kids associate themselves in a lot of bad environment outside of the house too. They end up in some sort of gang. They end up with people who do drugs and just gangbangers and all sorts of negative people they associate themselves with. Because why? Because all of those kids are also from broken families, and that's why they get along. There's a vibe. There's a different vibe about broken family kids, and only other broken family kids can pick it up. That's why they don't usually get along with quote-unquote perfect kids. Nobody's perfect, but perfect kids in a sense that where they have it all. It seems like they have it all. Their parents are giving them all. They don't ever get along with them. That's why they end up associating themselves with the wrong type of people. I'm here to tell you, you don't need anybody to make it in life. All you need is this right here. What's inside of this head. That knowledge is all you need. Patience, resilience, all that characteristics. Learn, okay? Get your vocab, expand your vocab. Watch videos, listen to podcasts about making money, getting into shape in the gym, getting girls, all sorts of improvements that you need to make in your life. Listen to podcasts, learn about it first. That will automatically keep you busy, that you won't have the time to go out and fuck off with the wrong crowd. And then you then you start putting the work in. You go to school or whatever. You become more busy. You don't have time for low quality people anymore. See how your life is changing for the better now? That's what I did in my life, man. I was in a very, very, very dark path. And I'm so glad that I found the red pill, because I don't even think I would have even finished my engineering degree, man. And I'm not even using that degree right now. I don't even need to, because without this degree, I'm already making enough money. But at least I have this degree, right? To fall back on if something goes to shit. Now, fellas, it's unfortunate what happened to you, but there's nothing you can do about it. So from this point on, you need to be proactive instead of being reactive, right? Hope this video made sense, fellas. I mean, I think I pretty much got my point across. Sometimes I feel like I make a video and I leave some shit out, and it bothers the hell out of me. Pisses me off so damn much. Like, man, this is just one of those moments that I'm feeling right now, and we're already 24 minutes in. But follow me on Instagram at ZekePeak. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.